Well, let's now quickly shift our focus to Father Tom, who has just come back to India. He's addressing the media. Let's listen in to what Father Tom had to say.
First, Father is back, and we are very, very happy that Father is back.
Father at motherland, what is your feeling, sir?
I am very happy, and I thank God Almighty for making this day possible. All people who have worked in their own ways, I am grateful. May God bless each and every one.
Can you describe
Thank you, Bas.
ISIS culture? Can you describe, Father? What was your experience?
No, not now. He will not talk now.
That was Father Tom there, who's just arrived back in India. Remember, he'd been abducted by the ISIS in March 2016. He was held in captivity by the ISIS for well over a year. And it took a lot of diplomatic efforts from India and also Yemen and several other governments in the region who cooperated in a bid to try and get him released. Initially, it was not very clear as to why the ISIS had abducted him. Also, there were reports which had come at a certain point of time that he may, in fact, have been spirited away by the ISIS to other areas from Yemen. But eventually, he was released well over a year and a half after he had been abducted by the ISIS. Meanwhile, my colleague Nagain Singh joins us over the phone line. Nagain, what more information do we have? Well, my colleague Nagain Singh is tracking all the developments. We expect Father Tom to also meet Prime Minister Narendra Modi later on in the day today. So, Nagain Singh, you're tracking the developments. He's just arrived in Delhi. What more information do we have on Father Tom as of now?
Father Tom has just arrived to Delhi, and he has his plan for today is that he will be meeting the Prime Minister of India, and of course he will be also going to Don Bosco, which is at Okhla in New Delhi. After that, he is also supposed to attend a mass. When we asked him that how is the feeling now as he is out of the danger, and so he also talked about how Vatican and the Indian government and the Oman government, how all of them came together to rescue him from the ISIS. So far, the plans that we are getting, that what is his day schedule for today is that most probably he will be meeting the Prime Minister and he will be attending a mass in New Delhi.
Absolutely, indeed. Nagin will, of course, keep coming back to you for more on this. These are the first words which Father Tom has just spoken after he's landed in New Delhi. Remember, he had been released from captivity after intense diplomatic efforts from the several governments in the region. The Indian government, of course, from the day that news came forth that he had been abducted in Yemen from the port city of Aden in the month of March 2016, had been making hectic diplomatic parleys in a bid with every stakeholder in Yemen, because the situation there in that war-torn country is extremely fluid. It's not very clear as to who is in charge of which part of the territory there, because of the civil war which is being waged there. And in those circumstances, in those extremely trying circumstances, Father Tom had been abducted by the ISIS. But let's dip in and listen to what Father Tom had to say one more time.
Thank the Honorable Prime Minister. We thank the External Affairs Minister for taking this great effort. We thank the ruler, the Sultan of Oman, and we thank the Vatican. We thank the Vatican for the great effort they have made. So, with all these great efforts, Father is back, and we are very, very happy that Father is back.
Father at motherland, what is your feeling, sir?
I am very happy, and I thank God Almighty for making this day possible. All people who have worked in their own ways, I am grateful. May God bless each and every one.
Can you describe
Thank you, Bas.
ISIS culture?
So that essentially is what Father Tom had to say as he landed in New Delhi. We'll, of course, keep getting you the latest developments